TV. Good afternoon. Welcome. It's time for Georgia High School football right here on the SUV TV. We're here from Mustang Athletic Complex in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Mount Vernon Presbyterian taking on the Wolfpack from Whitefield Academy. Hello again and welcome. I'm John Mordo. Thank you so much for joining us here as SUV presents live exclusive coverage of the Mount Vernon Presbyterian Mustangs. All home games and playoff games this season will be broadcast right here on your home for the best in amateur and high school athletics, the SUV TV. Here in this one, we got two teams that are ready to play after our long athletic lapse due to the COVID virus. We are socially distanced here, but we are ready for football. Mount Vernon Academy and Whitefield. Mount Vernon comes into the matchup with a they're led by head coach Wayne Dobbs. He's in his fifth year with a record of 30-26. Coleman Joyner is his counterpart across the aisle from Whitefield Academy. He's 13-8 in his third year. These two teams have met twice before, all shutouts by the Mustangs, and Mount Vernon is a 2-point favorite according to Max Preps here for this one, as Mount Vernon beat Whitefield 41-0 in 2016 and 28-0 back in 2017, and both of those were before Coleman Joyner came to the campus. Again, both these teams lost in the first round last season. Whitefield lost to Brookstone by a score of 10-7, and Mount Vernon lost to the 8th seed in the whole tournament, Hebron Christian. They were the 21st seed in the tournament. Mount Vernon went 5-6 last year, but still got in. Again, we have a new region classifications, all private school classifications now for the 8A, for the 8 regions here in Georgia on the single level. We'll get into that a little bit. But right now, for Mount Vernon, the people you're going to have to pay attention to are number 18, Blake Keitel. He's their quarterback, 123 for 192 last year. He threw for over 2,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 4 picks. His favorite target is senior Andrew Douglas, 1,160 yards, 13 touchdowns. He has an offer from Indiana. Spencer Corley, number 3, is going to be their running back. Didn't get too many carries last season. Really, their big running back is moved on to the college level, and that would be Steven Stefanak, who had 537 yards. But really, the connection you got to watch out for is going to be Keitel to Douglas. As for Whitefield, they sport a sophomore quarterback. That's going to be number 4, Aiden Duncanson. He's going to get the nod for Coleman Joyner. He's got some help from Miles Redding and Eric Little. Those two will be senior running back and wideouts. Well, here it's first Friday in September. Again, the game got pushed back 2 weeks due to the COVID virus, but it's still hot and muggy. Game time temperature is a balmy 90 degrees here in Atlanta. We've got some thick clouds. They're not at the facility as of yet. We don't know if they will come this way and whether or not they will avoid the thunderstorms that are such a staple of Georgia afternoons here in the late summer, early fall. But hopefully we'll be able to get this one in without any too much difficulty. Well, we've already had the coin toss. Your referee today is going to be Clarence Glimpf. His umpire is Topher Larson. Mike Samples, the lineman. Line judge is Alfred Paddleford. Side judge Daryl Jones. Field judge is Griff Lewis. Tim Smith is running the scoreboard, and Jack Kelly is running the 25-second play clock. And looks like Whitefield is going to receive here in the first quarter. And they'll be going from our left to our right here across your computer dial. Back deep for the Wolfpack, number 2, Miles Redding. He's going to be at the bottom. And that Aiden Duncanson will be at the top. And kicking off for the Mustangs will be number 14. That's William Lavender. Coach talked to Coach Dabbs just a little bit this morning. He said that the players didn't get their numbers until ceremony this morning. So they didn't know what numbers they were going to have on until about a few hours ago. So this roster that I've received is literally hot off the presses. Here's the kick from Lavender, and they're going to go onside early. I'm not And it's going to be right at midfield. Mount Vernon says they got it. Of course, everyone's going to say they got it here, and it will not go their way. Whitefield comes up with it. So rolling the dice a little early is Coach Wayne Dabbs, trying to get that offense on the field first. Instead, it will be Whitefield Academy. There is a flag down. It's over at the far side near the 50. And the officials are going to adjudicate this. If it's going to hold, it's probably going to be an offside against Mount Vernon, simply because when you got that onside kick straight off, it's really hard to judge when to cross the line. And you really want to get the way to do an onside kick is really you want to get away with an offside just a little bit as you escort that ball 10 yards. I really wasn't sure the ball went 10 yards. So again, we have a little bit of adjudication. Sure enough, it's going to be against Mount Vernon. Look like, and looking forward to where that ball's going to go. Where not it's going to sit right on the 50. And that is indeed where it's going to be. So Duncanson will be under center. Well, actually, it looks like he's going to be in the shotgun. Running back will be Eric Little. He's going to be the only back deep. Number 22 to the far side is Cooper Craig as they mark off the yards. And that ball should be set at the 40 after the penalty. To the near side, that looks like Wyman. No. The near side is number 13, Jonathan Cassidy. And splitting up in the slot is going to be Redding. There is a fullback, an extra blocker there on the far side of the line. Let's see if they decide to go to that tight end here on first down. Redding in motion. Forcing and almost cheated on the line. Mount Vernon, and they did get him. That was the right tackle. And that was, I'm trying to number, I think that was number 52, Tyler Long, who jumps. So it'll be first down and 5. Still waiting for the first play of the ball game here, as it's now 1st and 5 from the 35. Same formation, Redding still in motion. Duncanson will come to the line, check off. Now he'll go back. Duncanson, it'll be a pitch to Little to that far side. Little's got a little bit of room, 30-25. Tiptoes it down the sideline, and he's down at the 11. That's a pickup of 24 yards right off the bat for Eric Little, senior. In the skill positions, they do have a lot of returning depth from those skill positions. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11, just underway, 11:45 on the clock here in the first. Helped out by a faulty onside kick, couple penalties, and a 24-yard run to Little. Now it looks like they'll put 2 at the top side. As we get ready for this. So Whitefield will receive again. Again, that's going to be Redding at the bottom. And they'll go with Little at the top. And we'll see if Lavender kicks to them. So Lavender's going to come to the near side and get ready to kick this one away. Another little squibber, and catching it on the bounce. Coming down the side is Caleb Laverly, and Laverly makes them pay for the onside kick. It really wasn't an onside kick. It was more just kind of a poocher on the ground. But you got the good hands crew with Laverly. And the key for that one is the ball just took a perfect bounce for him. It bounced right in his hands. He didn't have to interrupt his stride. Didn't have to slow up. Caught it smoothly, cleanly, and right in the midst of his acceleration. And that's what allows him to go the distance. And Whitefield back on top 13-7. I think we're going to have a big shootout here today. At least from the first couple of possessions. As the ball gets kicked into the forest. Over the netting. 7:12 remaining. And Whitefield 14-7 over Mount Vernon Presbyterian here on the SUV TV. I'm John Morgo. Again, we've had some big plays going on here. And sure enough, Whitefield and Mount Vernon going at it here in the opener. Again, this has been pushed back 2 weeks due to the pandemic. Trying to make sure everything's safe. We are social distancing here at Mount Vernon Presbyterian. Whitefield has brought a considerable amount of people there, and they're located in Mableton. As it's now back to Mount Vernon. Well, you're going to have Andrew Douglas. He's going to be at the bottom. We haven't seen the connection between Douglas and Keidel. There's the kick. They're angling it to the near side, hopefully to get it out of bounds. That's what's going to happen. It bounces out right before Cameron Jasper. And with 7:12 remaining, it's 14-7. I think we have like a generator.
He's going down to check. We've got like 4 people checking on it. I have no idea what
7:12 remaining. They'll move the ball to the 35 after the kicking the ball out of bounds. They really want to. I guess both teams are kind of afraid of the return game, doing everything they can to keep it out of the guns. Timeout on the field with 7:12 remaining. And I guess this is going to be a hydration break. As again, it is 90 degrees here. Maybe not as hot as it would be 2 weeks ago, but still pretty temperate. We have a tent here in our broadcast position, which is on the roof of the gymnasium here at the upper school of Mount Vernon Academy. And there's an upper school and there's the traditional lower school, which is the first Mount Vernon Presbyterian. That's on Johnson Ferry near Roswell Road. But this is the upper field, which is maybe about, I don't know, half mile away, right here on a new campus. Again, very heavily forested where we are right now, as we're still in the hydration break. 14-7. And a lot of razzle-dazzle here in the first 5 minutes. All right, looks like we're ready to go. So Keidel has his own empty looks. He's got, looks like that's Spencer Corley to his right. No, that is, let's see, that's number 24. 24. No. In for blocking. Keidel all day dances. Now puts it up. I don't know where he's going with that one. Looks like he was going to Douglas on the far. No, he was going for Jasper again. Keitel only 1 for 4, but, I'm sorry, 2 for 4. But he's gone for 54 yards already. 2,100 yards last season, or 2,044 yards for Blake Keitel. Well, that's Sincere Harris, number 24, who was in the backfield. And now, looks like Harris is going to stay in. Sincere Harris, a junior. Again, 3 to the bottom side, 1 up top. Douglas is the lone receiver on the top side with 7:04 remaining. They'll give it to Harris. Harris has got some room to the 40, and he'll be put down at the 41. Lavallee, who had that kickoff return for a score. And give Harris about 5. That's 11 rushing yards now for the Mustangs. So Lavallee with the 50-yard kickoff return. 14-7. Harris again lines up next to Keitel. Throws a bullet on a slant route to Douglas. Nice move by Douglas. Let's see if he can make the sideline. There he goes, 30, and he's dragged down at the 15. Dragged down at the 15 for a pickup of 45 yards. And Keitel has already passed for close to 100 yards. Now they'll mark it at the 18, so it's about 42 yards then for Douglas. You can't allow Douglas to catch that ball in stride. Well, Corley in, and that's who's going to get it. Here on first down, that's going to bring it close to the 16 maybe? Yeah, pickup of about 2 for Corley. Second and around 8. 6 minutes to go here in the first. 14-7. Favor of Whitefield Academy. Brings up second down at about 8. Douglas is in the middle of the 3 receivers on the near side. And through his hands. That wasn't Douglas, though. I think that was Cooper Craig who went through his hands. Nope, Jordan Jasper, I'm sorry. So Jordan Jasper, who caught that 50-yard touchdown. No, I'm sorry. I think it was his younger brother Cameron Jasper caught that 50-yard touchdown just a little bit earlier. Cameron, a junior, and Jordan, also a junior, I think. So third down and about 8. They overload that far side, trying to get the line to move with them. Get a big hole for Lytle. And I'm not that's going to be close. I think it might just be 4th and 2. Lytle picks up another 6. It'll be 4th down and about 2. Well, maybe not even that much. 5:28 left. And let's see, they're going to go for it here on 4th and short. Corley in the backfield. Oh, that's a nice little move there. They go Wildcat with Douglas. He fakes to Corley and is just sandwiched. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. They'll lose 1. And it was going to be Lavallee on the tackle. Parker there as well. Well, so the 42-yard pass play to Douglas goes for naught. And Whitefield gets the ball back with 5:12 remaining in a 14-7 Wolfpack lead. In the backfield with Duncanson is Ethan Garrett, a senior running back. And another legal formation on the defense. That's going to go against Mount Vernon. That's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5. Well, that's the second 1st and 5. at the 16. Ethan Garrett again in the backfield. He and Duncan talking it over. 3 on the near side for Whitefield. They're trying to space out the Mount Vernon defense, and I think Mount Perrin flinched again. Well, that's one way to get a first down. 2 false starts. And that ball will get moved to the 21. 1st and 10. So another first down. This one, courtesy of the penalties. 5:12 to go. Let's see if we can get this play off. Duncanson backs up. He'll take it. He's going to throw on first down, looking to the near side. And he loses the football. Let's see who came up with it. Looks like Mount Vernon came up with it. That's emerging with the ball is Cameron Jasper. So Cameron Jasper with the sack and the turn and the fumble recovery. And they get it back with 5:06 to go. Looks like it's on the 6. No, back at the 10. So a strip sack from Cameron Jasper. And he's had a touchdown and a fumble recovery. So the turnover's even at 1. Keidel gets a second shot here at the goal line. Keidel fakes, goes to Douglas in the flat. Douglas to the 10, turns it on. That's a touchdown. And Douglas gets his first touchdown of the year. He had 13 last year. Gets 1 here. This one from 10 yards out. And that's 14-13. Five minutes remaining, a 6-second drive. Douglas's second catch of the day.
He's working on it. I'm not sure if we're live, so we can't answer the question.
As Lavender attempts the extra point to tie us up. It's low, gets blocked.
Let's go.
And that ball's going to go out of bounds. Well, the kick got blocked, so Whitefield is able to keep the 14-13 edge here at the Mustangs Athletic Complex here at Mount Vernon Presbyterian. Again, the SUV TV will be your exclusive home for all 5 Mount Vernon home regular season games, including and we'll also have all playoff action as well. We got a good agreement with Mount Vernon, broadcast these and most other Mustang events. So we are your home for Mount Vernon Presbyterian Athletics this 2020-21 season. A very unusual season in every sense of the word. And we had a little bit of a power outage a little earlier, but it looks like we've got some reserve juice, and that's keeping us on the air. 14-13. This game is over a half hour old. We are just kind of moseying along here from Atlanta in the Sandy Springs area. Well, Keidel has already thrown for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. As Lavender will kick off. Another one of those poochers try to cut it through the middle. Remember, Lavalley brought it to the house last time, but he's unable to do it this time. It hits in his chest and was able to just reel it back in. Again, once it hits your chest, it's a live football. And I think Mount Vernon was trying to get control of it easily. 1st and 10 at the 40. for Aiden Duncanson. I got him 2 of 4 for 8 yards and a touchdown. You know, Whitefield, they may be up 14-7, but in terms of total offense, they don't have that much. But one of those touchdowns, special team score, that Lavalley 50-yard kickoff return. Overall, I've got them at about 34 yards of offense. Much more for the Mustangs. On first down, coming to the far side is Little. And Little will pick up, looks like about 5 to the 44. Little, 3 carries for about 32 yards. He had a 24-yard jaunt first play from scrimmage. Second down and about 5. 4:23 left in the opening frame. Whitefield up 14-13. They got the football. Duncanson on a shovel to Little. Little cuts inside to the 50. He'll get the first down and a little bit more to the 45. That is a pickup of 11 in the game. He'll be on Lytle's right. Lytle's going to roll that way. Looking, cutting to the end zone and throwing it away. Well, he was looking for the tight end, Jackson Meddy, who already has a pick today. That'll bring up third down. 24 seconds on the clock. 14-13. It'll be third down. And Harris will check back in. He'll replace Landers. Looks like Austin Taylor's going to come in too. And a timeout, Mount Vernon. They'll take it with 24 seconds remaining here in the first. Whitefield still ahead 14-13. Here on the SUV TV. I'm John Morgo, and I want to take a moment to remember a legend in Georgia high school football press coverage. He passed away early this morning, late last night. Of course, Tommy Palmer, best known for the Friday night scoreboard show out of many stations through the state of Georgia. Called in, gave updates to that show many times. In fact, Mr. Palmer probably gave me my first real break in this business when he, after much begging and bugging, put me on staff to cover the semifinal game. That was when the semifinals were in what was then Georgia Dome before the finals moved there a couple years later. He was a graceful man, a giant, always humble, always ready to be there for advice if you needed it. And a lot of broadcasters, including myself, I would not be where I am right now if it wasn't for Tommy Palmer taking a chance and giving me that first break. Then a little later, met Marcus, and he gave me some stuff as well. Got into the Georgia State crew. So I want to thank Tommy Palmer for everything he's done. Again, he passed away to cancer early this morning, sick all summer. He knew he was on his last legs, and on my final conversation, he just had a lot of grace as he was facing his final fate, and prayers and condolences from me and the entire SUV family go out to Mr. Palmer and all of his family. But we're doing what he would love best, covering high school football. Lytle, and that's a bounce pass. So Lytle, out of the shotgun, just tried to do a bounce pass to Sincere Harris. Tried to throw against his body, and that will bring up fourth down. From the 8, they're going to go for it. From the 9, they're going to go for it here. Closing moments of the first quarter. 14-13, Whitefield Academy. Here in 1A private school section. And that, I'm not sure what happened there. No one was really ready for that play. It's a touchdown. It was Douglas again. for 9 yards out. The third touchdown from Lytle. And now it's 19-14. And once the play was snapped, it looked like Whitefield just kind of stood there. Didn't really react. I don't know if they thought a whistle had been blown. Either way, that's the second time they've connected. Now to make it 20-14 is Lavender, and it's through. First lead for Mount Vernon of the day. It's 20-14. We got 14 seconds remaining here in the first. Here on the SUV TV, again, a first quarter that has taken almost an hour. Again, the reason why we have this 4:45 p.m. start, there are no lights here at the Mustang Athletic Complex. Well, sunset is technically at 7:57. No, I'm sorry, 7:58. It changed on me. So we still have 2 hours, 22 minutes before dusk. And so I hope we'll be able to get it in. There was some cloud cover a little earlier, but that has burned off or moved out of the vicinity. So we should have pretty good weather, although extremely hot weather, for the rest of this broadcast. But the points are flying on the scoreboard. 20-14, favor of Mount Vernon. Here on the SUV TV. Now, Lavender hasn't had a straight kickoff all day. He's had an onside and a couple of bang the ball into the turf, see where it goes. Keeping it away from Redding and Little, although that burned him when Lavely caught it on the bounce and went in from 50 yards out. Now, this one, he just kind of takes something off of it, and one of the upbacks gets it at the 20, trying to get to the near far side down at the 30. So it's going to be pretty good position for Whitefield, as that was Ethan Garrett on the coverage and the reception. And the ball will be 1st and 10 at the 34. And we got 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. So depending on what happens, it should be the final play in a very eventful and exciting first 12 minutes of action here from Mount Vernon Presbyterian. Now the officials looks like we have another timeout, or I don't know if this is a water break or end of the quarter. Well, whatever's going on. 8 seconds. They haven't moved the ball, so I guess it's just going to be another quick hydration break here on this hot, humid day from Sandy Springs. A lot of action going on in the two regions. Again, Mount Vernon will be in Sharpsburg next week, taking on Trinity Christian. And they won't be back here until October 2nd against Athens Christian. That'll be a big matchup for them. Now, the only other game in 2A, that's where Whitefield is. It's between Bremen and Landmark Christian. Mount Vernon is in 5A. There's a game later on between Holy Innocents at Pace. Holy Innocents ranked 5 in the latest poll, top 10 preseason poll for Private A, and also in that, you got Providence Christian is at Loganville Christian. That's the other game in the region going on today. A lot of top 10 games going on. We'll get to those in a sec. But now we're back to live action. 8 seconds remaining. Oops. And the ball's at the 34. And we're waiting for Little and Duncanson to get set. Duncanson in the shotgun, 3 to the near side. And he's going to throw it on first down. Coming to the sideline route. It's complete to Redding. Redding gets the first down. He's pushed out at the 48 of Mount Vernon. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. That's a gain of about 17. Well, that's Redding's second catch of the day. And we are finally done with the first quarter. It's Mount Vernon 20, Whitefield 14. Second quarter coming up here on the SUV TV. Second quarter about ready to start here on the SUV TV. I'm John Morgo. 20-14 as they switch sides. And it's Whitefield Academy trying to answer as they're down by 6 to Mount Vernon Presbyterian. And after the first down reception by Redding, this first down rush by Little goes for about 3, maybe 4 to the 45. So Little gets, and they give him 4 on that extra yard. Duncanson is 3 for 7 with a touchdown for 25 yards. Keidel has thrown 3 touchdowns. He also has thrown a pick. He's 5 for 10. Now Duncan on the bootleg trying to come to that near side, and he will not be able to string it. He'll be pushed down after a pickup of 2 to the 43. I got him, Dunk. I got Keidel 6 for 11, it looks like, for about 155 yards, 3 scores, and an interception. So third down and about 4. As Whitefield trying to keep it down. There is a little stop route. Timing, and I'm not sure if he hung on to it. Did not. That's going to go for an incomplete pass. He was looking for Cassidy. And it brings up fourth and about, make it about 4, maybe 5. They're going to go for it. Usually, we haven't seen a punt today. Usually they go for it on these fourth down situations. I think we might have seen 1 punt. I know Whitefield hasn't gone for 1. And now Whitefield will call a timeout with 11-12 remaining. I think they were trying to get Mount Vernon to jump offside. And when they didn't, they called timeout. So we'll see if the punt crew will come out right now. Mount Vernon took 2 timeouts in that first quarter. Whitefield took 1. And there was a hydration break stuck in there as well. So again, we're back with high school football here in the state of Georgia. We'll try to keep you updated on scores throughout the Peach State as we go along here. Again, we'll be back here from Mount Vernon October 2nd. Athens Christian will visit here. Should be a good one. Again, all game times 4:45 in the afternoon here on the SUV TV. So it's 4th down. Again, the offense is coming out on the field. Duncanson backs up. Empty backfield. You got Garrett on the slot on the near side. See if that's where he's going. Another timing route to the sideline. He was looking for Redding, but Redding was kind of sealed off from the ball by William House. And that's a TOD for Whitefield. That's the second one today. And that was the first in about 3 minutes. That's what took place late in the first. That one early here in the second. As we're at 11:07 remaining here until halftime. 20-14. So far, Blake Keitel, I have him 6 for 12 for about 150 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Douglas has already got 4 catches for about 100 yards. Now rolling on first down, sideline, caught at the 50, dropped the football, but I think it went out of bounds. And the reception by Jackson Meddy. He had the interception a little bit earlier. It will count as a complete pass, as we were at the 44, and it's a good for 10 yards. Again, Mount Vernon lost in the first round last season. On the first down, this is Sincere Harris. He'll get close to a first and they might actually give it to him at the 36. See if it's enough to move the change. That's his 3rd rush of the day for about 18 yards. Yep, it is enough for a first. Again, last season Mount Vernon went 5-6 on the year. 5-5 in the regular season before they lost to Hebron Christian. 13-7. Hebron Christian did a good job of keeping this offense stuck in neutral. Now on another first down, Harris. Oh, vicious wrap up by Eric Little. And Harris still gets maybe 5 to the 31. 2nd and 5. As we get close to the 10-minute mark here in the second quarter. 2014, hometown Mount Vernon Presbyterian up on Whitefield Academy. Here in the SUV. John Mordo, thanks for riding with us here today. Now Little finally got a pass and unable to hold on to it as it was down at his shoe tops. The intended target was Jordan Jasper. Now we'll make it 3rd and 5. So 3rd down. Third and about 5. Ball on the near side. Douglas in motion. 4 catches already for the Indiana. He got off from Indiana. That's Meddy. That should be enough for the first down, leaving Meddy alone. Gain of 11 to Jackson Meddy. So another pass is complete. First and 10 at the 19. They'll give him an extra yard. Ball on the near side. And this time there's a flag down. That's going to be a face mask. Looks like a face mask on the rush by Spencer Corley. Couldn't tell who did it. That's an easy call. That should be a half the distance penalty. It'll move it maybe up to 9.5. And it'll be, should be, yeah, it will be first down at the 9. So first and goal at the 9 after the penalty. After tonight,
First and goal.
Whitefield will play 2 home games before hitting the road again. They'll be home with Elbert County and North Cobb Christian. And I'm sorry, then they'll play St. Francis for traveling to Brookstone. 9:20 remaining until halftime. Fumble on the snap. Lytle's got to backpedal and sit on it. 12-yard loss for Lytle.
Blake Keitel recovers the errant snap.
So it's going to be second and goal from the 21.
15. Second and goal.
Keitel just had to fall on it. So second and goal from the 20, 8:50 to go. Mount Vernon up 20-14. Empty backfield. Here comes the rush. He'll put it to the end zone. Got a step, but the ball's got to hang and out of bounds. Intended target was Cameron Jasper, who has the touchdown a little bit earlier. But the DBs, in terms of Duncanson and Little, both converged. He's got a nice touch, but a couple times that ball is just kind of hung in the air for him. Brings up third down with 8:37 remaining. Now running back in the set. 2 on the near side, 1 up top. Keitel's going to roll to the near. Now he's going to stop. Now he's going to throw. It's hit high in the air with a lot of room for Duncanson to come down with it. He was looking for Austin Thomas, but the tip drill allowed that ball to hang, and Duncanson is still going. He'll bring this ball out close to the 35. That's the second pick off Keitel, but not really his fault. Again, he was looking for his tight end, Austin Taylor. Ball got tipped, but it got tipped high in the air, went into the end zone. Duncanson, the only one with a chance to get to it, and he does. So a big break for Whitefield. They're still down 20-14, but they get the ball back with 8:18 left. Now it's at the 34. Officially a 34-yard run back, closer to 40. As Duncanson was way back in there. Duncanson, here comes the rush. I don't know if he thought that play was dead or not. Duncanson trying to do a stiff arm, and he will jog out of bounds at the 34. Not sure if Duncanson thought that play was going to be called dead. That's about the second time that happened for Whitefield. And it does look as if either Whitefield's just thinking the play's going to be called dead. Not sure about that. Second down. It's Ethan Garrett will line up behind Duncanson. 2 up top. Sideline route by Cooper Craig on the near side. They give it to Craig. Craig cuts, tries to come back, and is met. They'll give him 1 on penetration. It's going to be 3rd and long. First rush for Cooper Craig. That's William Palmer on the tackle. I'm sorry, Garrett. His still first rush. Well, they do give him no gain. I thought they were going to give him that yard. 3rd and 10. As we're getting close to the 6 o'clock hour here in the Eastern Time Zone, I'm John Morgo. Duncanson, pockets collapsing on him, throws. That one's picked off. And that should be Jackson. I think that's Jackson Meddy again. It is. And that's his 2nd pick of the day. Meddy gets 2 picks. This one comes at 7:24 in the 2nd quarter. So he had 4 pickoffs today. Now it's back to Mount Vernon. They got good field position at midfield. First and 10 at the 50. Once we get set. There we go. Keitel with time, throws a bullet to Meddy. He's got him at the 35. Gets out of it, almost got out of a tackle and gets down to 28. That's a first down. Stopped by Jonathan Cassidy. Now Meddy with his 3rd catch of the day. That one goes for 17 yards. Ninth completion of the day for Blake Keitel. And most of them have gone for double-digit yards. He had a couple of overthrows, couple of ducks, but he's settled to a rhythm now. And he goes to the air, and it's incomplete. Looking for Meddy again. 17 passes for Keitel here in the first half. And that's part of the reason why this half is kind of dragged on a little bit. Second and 10. Keitel to the far side, flag down. That's Douglas. Douglas with a head of steam. He'll roll into Redding and go out of bounds. But we got a flag down. Probably going to be a hold. Back at the line of scrimmage at the 35. Sure enough, holding on Mount Vernon. This one's coming back. That'll back him up. Backs him up to the 40. Now they'll redo the down. As we're waiting for people to get into the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 40. Second down and a lot. All alone and overthrows his man. He was looking for Cameron Jasper, cutting over the middle. And that brings up 3rd down. Ball's at the 45, so it's 3rd down and about 22. As they got to get to the 23. Just overthrew his man that occasion. So it's 3rd down. Keitel gets out of 1, gets out of 2, and get out of 3. That's Caleb Lavalley leveling the hurt on Blake Keitel. And that's a gain of 5. And it's 4th down and about 18. Definitely brings up a putting situation. Fourth down, see if they decide to go for it. Now punt it, and it will be parked in the end zone. So it's a touchback, and Whitefield takes over, down 20-14 with 5:27 remaining here in the. Now it's at the 20. Person's in at the 20. So the ball's at the 20. See what Duncanson can do here. Both quarterbacks have thrown for 2 picks. Duncanson's going to roll to the near side, trying to follow his blockers. Now gets around a shirt tackle. 25, runs into his own man, and is escorted out of bounds at the 28. Cassidy's the guy he ran into, but it's still going to go for a 9-yard gain. 2nd and short, with 5:19 remaining. So 2nd and short at the 29. And trying to get that yard is Lavalley. He will get it before being pushed back, but forward progress is enough to give him the 1 yard he needed. 5:10 remaining here in the second. Still 20-14 after a very busy first quarter. We've had kind of a sedate second quarter, but there's still 5 minutes left for some pyrotechnics to happen here at the Mount Vernon Presbyterian Mustangs Athletic Complex. Again, we're here on the roof of the basketball gym. Probably see some action in the basketball arena later on this winter here on the SUV TV. So after the first down, Duncanson, he's got Little in the backfield. Little lays a nice block, giving Duncanson time to go to the near side and kind of throws it a little inside. It hit the hands of, I think that was Mac Watton, number 20. No. It was Jacobson, number 80. Kind of hit him right inside the crook of the elbow. Couldn't reel it in, so it'll be 2nd down. As men coming back and forth. Duncanson with time. He's going to launch one over the middle, and that was Cassidy again. And being up here on the roof, I don't know if you can hear the Whitefield coaches. They're seated to my right. And they wanted Cassidy to just take off. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And Cassidy's had a couple of those plays this drive. And he's in the ball game now. He's on the right side. It was him that Duncanson ran into, couldn't get out of the way. Made it a 9-yard penalty instead of 1st down. Now on 3rd and 10. Going over, and that's caught by Redding. Redding trying to make the sidelines. He's at the 30, spins around, cuts back to the 20, and he'll be down maybe the 15. That's a 55-yard pickup to Redding. That's his 3rd completion of the day. And we got cramping back at the 24. So that ball looks like it's going to be positioned at the 15, I think. In which case it would be about a 55-yard pickup for Reading. His third catch of the day for about 78 yards. Again, it's hot, it's humid, and we have a Whitefield Academy player down. So cramping is to be expected. We've got 4:32 remaining here in the first half. It's 20-14. But Whitefield Academy just had a very big play. Other scores, Walton 7, Kell 0. That's in the first. That's over at Kell High School. And I think we got 1:56 left. Well, it's Aiden Duncanson who's cramping. He's their quarterback. So that's going to be a blow. Duncanson has thrown 12 times, 4 receptions for about 76, 80 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And the backup quarterback, I believe, is, let's see. Well, they don't have a backup listed, so I'm interested to see who the backup is, as they help Aiden Duncanson off the field. And Marcus Burnett looks like he's going to hop in here, help us out here. Is that it? Or, no. Right. So we have 4:32 remaining here until halftime. Aiden Duncanson is out of action. Looks like it's just well, again, we thought cramping might be an issue here today, but that might be more than just a cramp. Hopefully Aiden is okay, and he'll be back in action later on in the ball game. So the backup quarterback, it looks like it's going to be number 8, Conlon Walker. He's a sophomore. And I suspect he'll be giving it to Eric Little a lot, and maybe even Miles Redding. First down and 10 from about the 16. Walker rolls. I don't know if he saw anyone. Now he's got to throw it, and almost caught by a Bugley at the line, and there will be a flag throw, and that's going to be an eligible man downfield. Ian Geffrard was the one who looked like he was going to reel that one in. Conlon Walker looked like he just, man, wasn't near where he said. Whitefield saying, the coach is near me saying that ball was tipped, which means it would have been eligible for Ian Geffrard, number 69, a sophomore, to pull it in. So they'll adjudicate that with 4:15 remaining until halftime. 20-14. And it is going to go against Whitefield for the ineligible man downfield. 10-yard penalty, backs the ball up to the 25. And it'll be 2nd and 20. Lost it down on the play, too. Now you got Lavalley in the backfield behind Conlon Walker. Walker under center. No, he's not. He's in the shotgun. He'll give it to Lavalley. Goes up the middle. There's a hole to the near side. 10 to the 5. That should be a first down. It will be a 1st and goal at the 2. So Lavalley gets the yards he needs. Brings up a 1st and goal. And that's what they need to do here. Just keep it on the ground. Whitefield trying to tie the ball game up. Maybe take the lead into halftime. Sure enough, Lavallee's got a hole on the right side, and he'll go in for the score. That's a 2-yard run. That's a touchdown, and it's now tied at 20-20. 3:55 on the clock. Remember, Lavallee had the kickoff return for a score. And now he gets the rushing touchdown. Ties us up at 20. Extra point by Nolan Shim. And Shim splits the uprights. Shim is sophomore. 3:55 remaining. And Whitefield takes the lead 21-20 over Mount Vernon Presbyterian. But Keitel will be back under center when we return here on the SUV TV. I'm John Morgo. Thank you very much for spending part of your Friday with us. The first Friday of high school football here in the state of Georgia. 2 weeks late due to concerns over the COVID virus. Some schools have further delayed their season. Some schools have outright canceled their season. I think Liberty County or Twiggs County, one of those, is one of them. Other schools employing kind of 8-on-8, 7-on-7 football. But right here, we've got full high school. They are insisting that you come in with a mask, you socially distance if you don't have one. And now Whitefield will kick it away. Last kickoff was the first one they had that went almost like a regular kickoff. They're trying to keep it out of the hands of the deep men. But we'll see if Shim decides to either pooch it or kick it away. On a hot summer night here in Atlanta. We had a 55-minute first quarter. We had a lot of scoring, a lot of interceptions, and a lot of passing. This has been a little cleaner second. As now Whitefield separates for this kickoff. Now Shim points to the sides. He steps through and kicks it away. A spinner, and it's going to be picked up at the 10. Coming to the near side. Missing a tackle. There's a flag. Spins at the 40 to midfield. And that's a good run by Cameron Jasper. But a flag down at the 35. Probably a block in the back. Usually what that is here in these situations. Waiting for our referee crew, led by Clarence Glimpf. Tell us about it. Sure enough, the block in the back on Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, the home navy blues with the white numbers. Whitefield in the white with the navy blue numbers and the navy blue helmets. Whitefield Academy head coach Cameron Joyner in his third year. He's got a record of 13-8. Overall, Whitefield has a record of 88 wins and 104 losses. Mount Vernon, led by Wayne Dabbs. He's in his 6th year. He's got a record of 30-26. Overall, Mount Vernon 53 wins and 98 losses. Both teams knocked out in the first round in the state playoffs last season. Hebron Christian knocked out Mount Vernon. It was Brookstone that took out Whitefield on first down. That rush for about 10 yards for Sincere Harris. Ball was positioned at about the 22. Gives it to the 36. So a gain of about 13. Not 20. And the 3:35 to go. That's Harris's 5th rush of the day. 21-20 Whitefield. Now Keitel with the screen to the near far side. And that is a good tackle by Little. Bringing down Spencer Corley. That's going to go for maybe 6. Pick up a 7. .255 left in the quarter. Keidel with the handoff. Only getting a couple. There'll be third down. Gives it to Harris. And that's Lavalley on the stop. Gain of maybe 1. Moves it to the 43. It'll be third and about 4. .219 and ticking here until halftime. 21-20 Whitefield. Keidel comes, now he's flush, he's got a spin, does. And he's brought down by Henry Hamilton, number 34. Well, let's see. He'll get 2 to the 45, maybe the 46, but I think you need 1 more. I think he's going to be short by a yard. It'll be 4th down. And Mount Vernon brings on the punt crew. Clock's moving, 1:50 remaining. Whitefield will get the ball. And I believe Mount Vernon will receive in the second half. Punting. Looks like number 36 for Mount Vernon. Nice punt, a tumbler end over end. Little picks it up at his 20. Backpedals to the 15, gets back to the 20 before being brought down. That's Jackson Langley punting it away. Good punt for Mount Vernon. Whitefield's got it at the 20 with about a $1.14 remaining in the second. Whitefield up by a point. They do get the ball back. No, I think Mount Vernon gets the ball to start the second half. Because I remember Mount Vernon tried the onside kick with the opening possession. So it's 1st and 10 from the 20. And Duncanson back in the ball game. He had that cramp a little bit earlier with 4:32 remaining. So good to see he's okay. Got some fluids in him. And he'll hand the ball on 1st down. And this might be all what Whitefield's going to do here. Gives it to Lavalley. Lavalley, no yards for him. Does have 2 touchdowns today. As we're under a minute. 21-20. Only a 7 points scored this quarter. Lavalley in the backfield. Miles Redding is on the near side. I believe that's Cooper Craig on the far. There is a blocker in the backfield. And Duncanson's going to throw. Here comes the rush. Duncanson steps up, throws. Sideline route out of the hands of Miles Redding. And Duncanson being pursued by junior Channing Hall, number 72. Well, it's 3rd down. Clock stops with 26 ticks remaining. Timeout called. And it'll be Whitefield calling it. So we've had 4 interceptions in this game. First score was a Duncanson pass to Jacobson. Jacobson, that made it 7-0 Whitefield. However, Mount Vernon answered right back. Keidel hit Cameron Jasper from 50 yards out. That made it 7-7 with 7:25 remaining. Then on the Whitefield suing possession, Lavalley, Caleb Lavalley got the kickoff return, 50 yards. Caught it a poocher on the bounce at full speed and was able to go 50 yards, 14-7. Then Andrew Douglas got his first touchdown pass from Keidel. Kick was blocked with 5 minutes left in the quarter, 14-13. Then they connected again, Douglas and Keidel. They connected 13 times last year, and they've already done it twice today. And late in the first quarter, it was 20-14. Then the only scoring this quarter is a 2-yard touchdown run by the sophomore Caleb Avali. Now it's 3rd and 10, 26 seconds remaining. It's Whitefield up 21-20. Again, they stop the clock. And Duncanson is going to be all alone in the backfield. 3 to the near side, 2 up top, putting a man in motion. And they will do the pitch. It's got a lot of room for Redding. He cuts back to the opposite side, got the first down to the 40, and he runs out of bounds at the 41. That's a pickup of 21 yards for Redding. That's his first rush of the day. He already has 3 completions for about 78 yards, so he's got about 100 all-purpose yards today. Clock stops with 16 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 at the 42 for Whitefield. It's pronounced Whitefield, even though there's an E stuck between the T and the F. So it looks like it's Whitefield, but it's really Whitefield. You just ignore that E. 2 on each side. Lavallee in the backfield. Duncanson throws a dart, looking for Redding, and it's incomplete. Cameron Jasper guarding. And that makes it 2nd down. 12 seconds left in the half. Same formation. On the near side, you got Jacobson as the slot receiver. Cassidy's on the sideline. And on the far side, Cooper Craig is there. Lavallee in the backfield. Duncanson's going to throw again. Throws to the sideline looking for Redding. And it's over his head. That's 15 attempts now for Duncanson. He's only 4 for 15. Going to mention that touchdown and 2 picks. 3rd down with 4 seconds remaining. And this may just be the last play of the first half. 21-20 favor of Whitefield Academy. And this is just going to be the empty backfield, and this is just going to be a Hail Mary full of grace. And let's see if the Lord is with thee. Nope, Duncanson's going to run it. Gets out of 1 tackle at the line, trying to get to the sideline. He will lose a couple. He'll lose 5, but that's it. We're at halftime. Well, we've had a lot of action in this first half. Second quarter's been a little quiet, but still 21-20 favor of Whitefield Academy. We'll have the 3rd quarter and 2nd half after this. You're watching Georgia High School football right here on the SUV TV. right, we're about ready for the third quarter here from Mustang Athletic Complex here on the campus of Mount Vernon Presbyterian. I'm John Morgan. We're riding with the SUV TV. Third quarter about to start in the season opener between Whitefield Academy and Mount Vernon Presbyterian. It's Whitefield on top 21-20. Despite the big passing from Mustang quarterback senior Blake Keitel, he has over 200 yards of passing. He's got 3 touchdowns, but he's thrown 2 picks. His counterpart, Aiden Duncanson, he is 4 for 15 with a touchdown and 2 picks. He's thrown for about 80 yards. Whitefield with about 100 yards worth of rushing. Mount Vernon about 75. But again, that 203 yards passing. And Andrew Douglas, who's got a he's got an offer in hand from Indiana. He's got 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, and 101 yards rushing, 101 yards receiving. And sure enough, Mount Vernon is getting the ball back to start this third quarter. Ball got kicked out of bounds, so it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 35-yard line. As we start the third quarter of play, it's about 6:45 here in the Eastern Time Zone. It took us 2 hours, a little over an hour, maybe 40 minutes to complete that first half. Let's see how the second half rolls. And no going on the first down play. Right up the gut. And that's going to go to number 2, Samuel Landers. Landers gets 0. He had 2 yards rushing in the first half. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Again, Blake Keitel, number 18. 23 touchdown passes last year, 4 interceptions. He's already got 2 picks today, both by the same man. Jackson, now on 2nd down. He's going to roll to the near side. Now he'll throw it, trying to get Jackson Meddy. There was a bump, and there's going to be pass interference. Meddy stopped, and running into him was number 13, Cassidy, who has not had a good day today. He stopped, and Cassidy just kind of bumped into him. Now, Jackson Meddy has 2 interceptions for Mount Vernon. Duncanson with a pick for Whitefield. And let's see, the other pick, trying to find it here. Oh, maybe that's the only one. And we got a man down. We already had some cramping issues. That looks like a Whitefield Academy player. And we'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, Meddy's got 2 picks, and I think Duncanson just has the 1. So maybe just 1 interception for Keitel. They have gotten a so 2 picks, and I believe Cameron Jasper has a fumble recovery for Mount Vernon. So 3 turnovers gained by the Mount Vernon Presbyterian Mustangs. 11-12 on the clock here in the third as they tend to the cramped up player. So we'll take a quick break here on the SUV TV. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Appreciate that. Well, we have, I think that's Duncanson again. Nope, that is number 1. That's LaValle. Well, after the pass interference penalty, the ball's got placed at midfield, 1st and 10. Duncanson was out with a cramp in the second, came back a couple minutes later. We'll see how LaValle does. Again, it is 90 degrees, and on that artificial turf, it's got to be a lot hotter than that. 1st and 10 at the 50. Keitel's got to move. He's being flushed. They can't get to him, so he's going to sprint to the sidelines, get a first down, and 1 yard extra at the 39. Keitel had 9 yards rushing in the first. That gives him 20 for the day. Steps out with 11:04 remaining. 1st and 10 at the 39, and we have another cramp. This is the 3rd cramp this game. This is Howard Allen, number 11. So we got to stop another stoppage with 11:04 remaining. Here in quarter number 3. Now they'll helping Howard Allen to his feet. And he is ready to, as he steps off. So being hurt by cramps here in this one. And that's 3 crampers. So here's the pitch. Here's the ball at the 39 as we get back to live action. At the 39. Oh, I don't want to do that. 1st and 10. They're going to really spread the offense out. Keitel on the handoff to the 35. Just one of those right up, and we got a official waving his flag. He never really threw it, but as it is Landers again. Samuel Landers gets 4 tough yards. Face mask, however, on the defense. Landers picks up 4, but he'll get 10 more yards due to the face mask. Actually, it looks like, 5 yards. It's an incidental. Moves it to the 35. It'll be 3rd and short. An incidental face mask helps Landers out. And it will be 3rd and short. Mount Vernon down by a point, looking to get the lead here. On the run, it's going to be Douglas at the 21 as he's pushed out. That is a gain of 9.
Pass to the right sideline, complete to Andrew Douglas.
Douglas,
Steps out of bounds around the 25.
his 5th catch of the day. And he's got about 110 yards receiving. Ball out at the 21. First and 10. Keitel's got a running back. Now that's Harris. He's going to split Harris out wide. Trips very close to the line on the far side, one on the near. Keitel's going to roll. Let's see if he's going to go to Harris. No, he checks off. Now runs back to the near side. Now runs back to the far. Loses a man. Throws the safety route. It's caught. Wide open. 5. That's Douglas, and that's the 3rd touchdown for Andrew Douglas. That's a 21-yard pickup. 10:30 remaining. 10:31 remaining. That one goes for 21 yards. And Mount Vernon gets the lead back, 26-21. So another touchdown for Blake Keitel. That's his 4th of the day. And the 3rd touchdown, Andrew Douglas, who has an offer from Indiana. Nolan Shim now for the extra point. As the shadows are lengthening here at the Mustang Athletic Complex. And it's through. 27-21. Mount Vernon gets the lead back here on the SUV TV. Remember, they connected 13 times last year, and that is the 3rd time they've hit today. And I thought Keidel had 2 picks, but it looks like he's just got the 1. So 27-21. And next week, Mount Vernon will hit the road. They'll be back here on October 2nd with Athens Christian. That should be a good one. Whitefield Academy hosts Elbert County from Elberton as they go home for 2 days. Then Mount Vernon will be in Sharpsburg playing Trinity Christian before going to Kennesaw, playing Mount Perrin. Now the kickoff, looks like they're going to kick it to one of the upbacks. That's Reading. Guy loses his helmet but stays in on the play. And it'll be at the 17.
Returned by Miles Redding.
And that looked like, I'm going to say that was Landers who lost his helmet. 10:18 remaining here in the third quarter, 27-21. Favor of the homestanding Mount Vernon Mustang thing. You can see all 5 Mount Vernon home games here on the SUV TV, plus all playoff games. Go to thesuvtv.com for all information on that. First and 10 from the 22. Duncanson's going to leave it for Little. Little's got room on that far side. Douglas is going to pull him out of bounds. But that's close to a first, and I believe the referee's going to give it to him. Little, with 47 yards rushing in the first half, picks up 10. And this Whitfield's first possession here in half number 2. The ball placed at the 32. It will advance him 10 yards. Well, the sun's going to go down behind some high wispy clouds, so that should cool things off a little bit. We've had a nice breeze, but it's just, like I said, 90 degrees. Little again, same side, picking up 3 to the 35. And I think Whitefield is going to stay away from the pass. They're just going to run the ball. Duncan has already had 15 attempts. He's only completed 4 passes. 1 was for a score. That was Jacobson from 2 yards out. And he has 2 picks. Jackson Meddy got both of them. And he's got Little in the backfield. 1 receiver to the near side. That's Cooper Craig. And Redding is at the far side. There is a blocker in the backfield. That is Nino Jacobson, number 80. And he's going to go sideline route for Redding. And Redding got it in stride. That's a completion way down to near the 25. Duncanson went down. And that's going to go for a, I got to do some quick math though. Duncanson is down for the 2nd time today. And I'm not sure if it's still a cramp, because he got hit. I didn't see that because I was watching the ball, but coming in was Jackson Hammond, number 56. And he might have delivered a very hard hit. Well, it's down at the 26. So after doing some quick math in my head, I'm going to say it's a 32-yard completion. Nope, 24. 42-yard completion. A 42-yard completion to Redding. And that's Redding's 3rd catch of the day. And he's got over 100 yards receiving. And they're still tending to Duncanson with 9:22 remaining. Conlon Walker came in the first. Thank you. Conlon Walker came in the 2nd quarter the last time Duncanson was hurt, and it was a big gainer that first time as well. And his first play just did seem to be a little skittish on that first play, but he was just going to hand the ball, not do anything special. And they helped Duncanson off. Now, the last time Duncanson went off, he had to be helped. He's trying to make it under his own power, but I think he's going to let the trainers do a majority of the work here. So Aiden Duncanson is able to get off under his own power, mostly. Well, the ball's at the 26, and it's a good chance for Whitefield to try and get some scoring in. They're down by 6, 27-21. That blocked extra point on Mount Vernon's second touchdown. That's been the key so far. Ethan Garrett's in the backfield for Conlon Walker. Expect a steady diet of north-south running. Sure enough, it's going to be Ethan Garrett. He pulls the pile to the 25-24, although it's not really north-south, is it? It looks like this ballpark is east-west, because that sun is going down directly to our left, so that's the west side of the ballpark, and east is back that way. Lisa is agreeing with my sense of geography. Gain doesn't seem to be any gain. We got another man down. That's Lavallee. And he was hurt a little earlier, so they'll stop the clock again with 9 minutes remaining. And that's another reason why this game is kind of dragged on a little bit. A lot of cramping. This will be the 4th cramping. Duncanson has been hit twice. Now this is the second time for Lavallee, who does have a touchdown. Kickoff return for a score. Caught it on the fly, and it was really a good play. Just kind of perfect. He caught it off of bounds, but he was able to do it right into his hands, and he was doing it at full speed. Didn't have to interrupt his stride for a moment. And that allowed him to jet to the corner where Mount Vernon hadn't really adjusted yet. And he was able to go untouched into the end zone. And that gave Whitefield a 14-7 lead. And they didn't lose it until just now, as Mount Vernon has taken a 27-21 advantage with 9:01 remaining here in the third quarter. I'm John Morgo from the SUV TV. Thank you so much for spending part of your Friday night with us. The first night of high school football action here in the state of Georgia. Got pushed back 2 weeks because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but looks like these first games are going to go off hopefully without a hitch, and hopefully won't result in any mass infection, so we can get this season underway. I mean, the one good thing about this is at least we're going to have a more, the first couple games of this season won't be in that drastic of humid conditions. Well, they got Lavallee off, and it's still second and, they gave him a couple yards. Looks like they gave him about 3. 2nd and 3. Misdirection to Garrett. Let's see if he can get to the corner. And he will pass the 20, stay up, and get to the 18. Flag down, however, back in the backfield. Well, we gave him about 2 yards, I would say.
Garrett carries the ball, and a host of Mustangs begin to play.
Let's check the flag. Let's see what this is about. Looks like it's going to be against Whitefield. Yep, they're going to walk it back. Yep, it'll be holding. Backs him up 10. And it'll still say second down, so it'll be backed up to maybe the 35. Second down and about 20 from the 35. Clock starts with 8:40 left in the third. 27-21, favor of Mount Perrin. Garrett in the backfield for Conlon. Now Garrett's not going to take it. Conlon's going to try to throw, and he will be sacked. And they got him, chasing him down and delivering the hit is going to be number 63, senior Eric Dotter. So Dotter pushes Conlon back to the 42.
Second and long becomes third and longer.
So it's third down and a lot. Looks like they have to get to the 18. And it's at the 43. So third and about 25. So Conlon, you would think he's in an obvious passing position, but I think this is going to be a handoff to Little, and just it's going to be letting Little get whatever he wants. Yep, toss pitch to Little. He'll cut to the 40, and he'll be put down at about 37, maybe a gain of a 5. There's number 40, Austin Taylor on the stop. Fourth down. And a lot. Maybe 4th and 20 after the pickup of around 5. And they're going to keep Conlon Walker in the game. Looks like they're going to, well, maybe, let's see if they pooch it. I wouldn't mind a pooch here. I think a pooch would be a very good call. Nope, Conlon's going to throw it. He goes a dart, but he underthrows it. It's intercepted. And Conlon's pass incomplete, but intercepted. Looking for Jacobson. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. It's Douglas who comes up with it. So Douglas with an interception. At 6:53 left, here in the third. Big chance for Mount Vernon. They're up 27-21. So Conlon, well, I believe that was his first pass attempt. And we have another cramp for Whitefield Academy. This is about the 5th one of the day. And trainers are there. Let's see if they can help the gentleman up. All right, there it is. And that, it looks like that was the intended receiver. That is Nino Jacobson. Caught the first touchdown of the day here. And now he's off with the cramps. So 6:53 remaining. Blake Keitel with a chance to give Whitefield, put them in a hole where they have to do multiple scores. As it's still a one-possession game. This could make it 2 possessions. And they may even go for 2 to try and get that 14 points back. Well, Keitel has got 2 in the backfield. He's going to throw a screen to the near side. It's complete. There's a lot of room. That's Douglas. Let's see if he can get the Abe Lincoln. He's at the 50, and he's up to the 47. That is going to be a pickup of 26 for Douglas. So they get to midfield into Whitefield territory at the 48. They've already hit for 3. That's 3 scores for between Douglas and Keitel. Jasper's got the other one. 1st and 10. He's going for number 4, and he couldn't. They're going to get a pass interference penalty on number 4 for Cameron Jasper. It looks like it's going to be called on Cassidy, who can't believe it. And Cassidy's just had a lot of bad luck there. That's about the 2nd pass interference penalty that's been called against him. And I think Cassidy, I'm not sure about that one, because Cassidy just seemed to be, he didn't go into him. It looked like Cameron Jasper went into him. I don't think he was the instigator in that one. But regardless, it's still going to be against Whitefield Academy, and that ball will get moved to the 32. 6:16 left here in the third. 27-21. Mount Vernon looking for some more. Again, Clarence Glimpf is your head referee today. And all the umpires got face masks on. That's good, trying to stay safe here. Keitel. Going to roll. No, stops. Now comes the other way. Here's a 3-man rush. He's going to have to let it go. No, a dump pass. Incomplete. And Jacobson was there. But he was just a dump pass to the safety valve. And that safety valve, Liam O'Toole, the sophomore. And Toole's going to have to come out because he lost his helmet. Halfway home here in the third. 27-21. Favor of Mount Vernon in their season opener. Mount Vernon undefeated against Whitefield, 2-0. but they haven't met in about 3 years. This is Cameron Joyner's first time against the Mustangs. Douglas, no. I'm sorry, that was Cameron Jasper again, but that was Little breaking things up. So Cameron, we went to Cameron Jasper the last couple times. Couldn't quite get him there. Brings up 3rd and 10. 2 incomplete passes here. Ball's at the 32. Let's see if Douglas is in. There he is. He's in the middle, nearest the line on the far side. Jasper's going to move just off the line on that top side. And your receiver on the sideline is Jordan Jasper. Let's see if he's going to one of them. No, it goes over the middle. And that's intercepted by Little. Little gets the pick at the 17. That should be an interception, and the referees do award it. So a break for Whitefield with 5:47 remaining. Let's see if Duncanson comes out or if it's going to be Walker Conlon. It's Walker Conlon. Remember, Duncanson's been out twice due to cramps. So Conlon in now. And he was picked his last attempt. Douglas came up with it. Conlon, only a sophomore, and you're seeing the nerves both times he was in. 27-21, 5:47 left. Mount Vernon ahead by 6 in the season opener for both teams. I bet we're going to see a steady diet of Eric Little. He's in the backfield. Jacobson in motion. Pitch to Jacobson. Now a reverse pitch to Redding. Now Conlon throws a block, gives Redding some room to the 30, 35, 40, and a little stiff arm on Douglas pushes him off at the 47. On the reverse, gets 34 yards. And that's 55 yards rushing on 2 attempts for Miles Redding, in addition to his 120 yards receiving. So he's got about 200 all-purpose. So little razzle-dazzle there from Coleman Joyner. Gets them close to midfield. Now they'll keep it conservative. And Little gets maybe 1 or 2. I'll say 1. I'll be generous. And Little to about the 48. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Still plenty of time left. 5:14 and counting here in quarter number 3. 27-21, favor of the Mustangs. Both teams first-round losers last season. And they're going to want to change that. Oh, Conlon Walker can't hang on to it. Bad snap. He's going to have to fall on it. That's going to lose about 6, maybe 7. So Conlon loses 7. He's got to fall on it. And it brings up 2nd and about 18. Well, and Conlon Walker's got to make good calls here, smart, conservative calls, but that flea flicker worked, got into the reverse. Now, Walker on 3rd and long. Here comes the rush. He's hit right as he throws, and it almost caught by 2 receivers. Charlie Baxter had it first, went through his hands. Miles Redding couldn't get it low. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt crew's going to have to come on. Punt crew and Nolan Shim, number 23, the sophomore. So despite the reverse that went for a 1st down, Whitefield couldn't really do much with that turnover. Shim, a very undersized punter, but he gets it, and this is pretty good. Douglas, is he going to fair catch it? I think it hit a Whitefield player, and it'll be picked up at the 24. That thing looked like it hit the shoe of one of the up-back before going down that far. But the Shim puts it down at the 24. 3:50 left in the third. 27-21, favor of Mount Vernon. Here on the SUV TV. I'm John Morgo. Thank you so much for riding with us tonight. Our next Mount Vernon presentation will be October 2nd, about 4 weeks from tonight, as the Mustangs take on Athens Christian here from the Mustang Athletic Complex. And we're going to have all Mount Vernon home games plus playoff games. We'll have games on October 16th against Loganville Christian, October 23rd against Hebron Christian, and November 6th against Holy Innocents, all 4:45 p.m. Now, this is Keidel. Keidel can't do much with that one. He'll get maybe a yard. So Keidel will pick up a yard. He is now about 21 yards rushing. In that matchup against Holy Innocents, well, it's kind of weird. I'm looking at the schedule. Again, there are no lights here, so all these are going to be day games. So the times of these games are gradually getting earlier and earlier as the sundown gets earlier and earlier. I'll tell you what I mean in a minute. Here's Keidel through the hands of Douglas, and Redding almost picked the ball off again. For instance, we're starting at 4:45. Our next game on October 2nd with Athens Christian, that one's starting at 4 o'clock. And then the one with Loganville Christian 2 weeks later, that also will start at 4. But then you get the next week to Hebron Christian. That one's starting at 3:30. And when we finally get to November 6th against Holy Innocents, that one's starting at 3. So as the day lengthens, or that's our broadcast time, will get earlier and earlier. Well, it's third down. I don't know, 11. And the handoff will go nowhere. Christian Wiggins, number 56 on the stop for Whitefield.
Sincere Harris.
That was Sincere Harris. And he can't get much.
Loss of a couple on the play. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down and a lot. So I'm sure the punting crew is going on. Looks like both offenses have gotten very, very conservative here in the last quarter. It'll be fourth down, maybe 15. They're in a real bad punting situation. And it's Jackson Langley to kick it away. Redding, he's at midfield. This could be some good field position for Whitefield. And Langley can't get it. Now he's got to get something on. Just gets a little shanker up. Takes a bounce at the 20. And it's going to be down at the 15. Jackson Langley couldn't hang on to it. The rush was coming. He just had to get rid of it. And a very poor punt results in great field position for Whitefield Academy. And Aiden Duncanson is coming back out. Conlon Walker had 2 series, had one good reverse that went for 30 yards, but overall really seemed very overwhelmed by what he was doing. And that's just going to come from repetition. That's just going to be repetition right there. Get more comfortable. But now a great opportunity for Whitefield, down by 6 with 2 minutes left in the quarter. Duncanson goes to the air immediately. Crosser looking for Redding, and it's a score. Well, one play is all it took. A 19-yard play to Miles Redding. And that's his second touchdown of the day. And we're tied at 27. This is to put Whitefield back in the lead. And it will be Nolan Shim to try it. Shim Seems like he took a late start to it, late run to it, but it's in. And it's 28-27 Whitefield with a $1:55 remaining in the third. So with just about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, Whitefield is able to get back in front, and they do it on the busted punt by Jackson Langley. Langley had problems with the snap. Rush came in, got a foot on it, and it only went maybe 10 yards. And Whitefield immediately makes them pay. And looking over Keitel's stats here in the third, Keitel is only, I think he's got about 3 completions, and all to Andrew Douglas. He's got an offer from Indiana. And if that's where he winds up going, they'll have a pretty good receiver. I've got him with almost, maybe over, close to 160 yards receiving, and my stats are the definition of unofficial. A lot of times, they're close. Let's put it that way. They're close. Sometimes I'm just adding and subtracting on the fly. I'm trying to get it in there. But they're close. Now the kick from Shim. Going to go to the far side where Jasper's got it down the sidelines, and he will step out near the 26. Mount Vernon takes over. Now again, the fourth quarter, they're going to be going into that sun. The field is totally in shadows. And in a few moments, that sun's going to set near the treetops. Again, our sunset is technically set for 7:58. So we got another half hour where the sun officially sets. And we might have to either go cell phones or get cars to surround the field. And that's why these games are going to get earlier as we get later. On first down, Keitel, screen pass to the far side, complete, sheds a tackle to the 40, and that's going to be down to the 44. And that was number, I think that's Liam O'Toole again. That is, no, Jackson Meddy. I'm sorry, Jackson Meddy. And Meddy picks up his 4th completion of the day. That's a game of about 20, maybe 18. Well, first completion to a man other than Andrew Douglas here in the second half for Blake Keitel. 28-27, $1:18 left in the third quarter. On the draw, there's room coming to the near side. This is Sincere Harris. He will be pushed out at the 34. And that's they call the late hit.
No! That is not a late hit!
44, that's a gain of almost 20. 19 for Sincere Harris. But the referee's going to call the late hit.
He was 2 yards in bounds.
Now we'll move it to the 25. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was. He was in the white as he stepped out. And the ball will get moved probably close to the 15. That's where it's going. We got 1:06 left in the quarter. 28-27. Let's see it again. Here's Sincere Harris. And like I said, it's close. Penalty assessed against Eric Little. Gosh, I love having replay. Well, 1st and 10 at the 20. Keitel in the shotgun, and he will hand it off. And this is going to be number 3. That's Spencer Corley. I haven't seen too much of Corley, but he's going to get 12 there. That's only his 3rd carry, first in the second half. He's got about 33 yards rushing. He'll be 1st and goal at the 7. First and goal at the 7 with under a minute remaining. Mount Vernon looking to get the lead back. Corley again, and he'll slide to the 5. Tackled by Cole Long, number 53. And Corley gets 3 to the 4.
Spencer Corley.
It'll be second and goal.
Up the middle.
We have 30 seconds remaining. I'm looking at that clock, and it looks like it skips numbers. It looks like it when numbers go off of it, it goes off every 2 numbers. I mean, I'm looking at it, it goes 19, 17, then there's 16, then 15. All right, now it's getting on track. Another draw. This time, Slanders. Maybe a yard to the to the 2 or the 3. I think it's going to make it the 3. So give Landers a yard, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter.
Mustangs are inching their way to
28-27,
third down.
favor of Whitefield Academy. But Mount Vernon is at the goal line, and there is a man down. This is going to be the first cramp for Mount Vernon of the day. Final frame is coming up here on the SUV TV. That is Samuel Landers. So they'll attend to Landers, and they'll flip the field. 12 minutes will get put on the clock. And we'll be right back here on the SUV TV. 28-27. Favor Whitefield, but Mount Vernon knocking on the door. Ready for the fourth and final quarter, 28-27. Whitefield Academy up by a point, but Mount Vernon knocking on the door. They had a couple of rushes right up the gut. So let's see what they do here. And we're in a kind of a race against the sun right now, whether or not we can get that all final 12 minutes in before the sun goes down. Keidel has got Sincere Harris to his right. And there's Jasper. Meddy's at the far side. Douglas might be on the near side. Very hard to see. Trying to get that, reduce that glare. Well, Keidel's going to take it himself. And I don't know if he got in. I think he's short by a yard. Give him a yard. Maybe that ball maybe out to 1. This is 4 down territory for the Mustangs. I don't expect them to try a field goal. They've already had 1 extra point blocked. 11:30 and counting as they untangle everybody again. That sun is coming right in the way that we're looking at it. All right. And Sincere Harris to Keidel's right. Harris on the pitch. He gives it to Keidel to Harris. Harris is in. It's a 1-yard rush for Sincere Harris. His first touchdown on the year. And that makes it 33-28. 11-12 left in regulation. Now the extra point. They've already had one blocked. As they're going to give Lavender another crack at it.
Please get him out.
Coming in, blocking is Corley. So now Lavender, he's already had one blocked. They put it down, he puts it up, and it got blocked again.
Let's go, Eric. Let's go, boy.
33-28, two kick
That's how you make
were blocked. That's Little came in. So Mount Vernon ahead 33-28. And it'll be Whitfield's chance. Again, Duncanson's already been out twice with cramps. I got him about 6 for 17. He's been picked off twice. He's had 2 touchdowns. There have been 3 interceptions all told. Conlon Walker had one. 2 were by Jackson Meddy. And Andrew Douglas had the third. So Whitfield still needs a touchdown, but to get the lead back. As we're in a race against the sun. It sets in a half hour, but we'll still have enough light for football, probably for another, I don't know, half hour or so. That's Lavender about ready to kick off. Let's see if he's going to do a deep kick or a punt or poocher. Kind of a half poocher. Caught on the flyby and up back. That's Jacobson trying to get behind a blocker and get to the corner. Doesn't. He's down at the 28. They put Jacobson back there. He's the kind of big tight end. Junior. Now it's up to Duncanson to try to move the football. He's got about 72 yards to go to give Whitfield the edge. Game has gone back and forth. And the last 2 times these 2 teams played Whitfield, never even got on the scoreboard. This is the first time they've actually put points up against Mount Vernon. They still have to win against them. Still haven't done that. Draw on first down, nowhere. And with the play, I'm gonna. Looks like the dunk. No, looks like number 21. No, they said it was Little. Little loses a couple back to the 25. It'll be 2nd and 14. 10:35 and counting. I think that was Garrett actually. Ethan Garrett, I think, got the call on that one. Now on 2nd down, Duncanson to the near side. He's got Little, and a great catch from Little. Nice jumping catch. Got it on the way down. Let's see this. That's a pickup of about 42. Look at this. If you see on the replay, nice throw, nice rotation on the ball. Now watch this catch. Got it. Pulled it down. In tight coverage, too. That's a gain of close to 50. I think a little less than that. We'll say about 44. That's Little's first catch of the day. Now Duncanson on 1st down. He'll throw it to Redding. And Redding gets 9 before he's dragged down. That's what they're going to give him. So now Duncanson has been able to find some targets. It'll be 2nd and short, maybe a yard, as we're under 10 minutes left. Duncanson's just got to keep the pedal down. Duncanson on it. Looked like there was nobody there, and I don't know if that was all his receivers were covered or that was a design draw that never really got going. And Duncanson will lose 3 back to the 26.
Brought down by Eric Daughter.
That's Daughter again on the stop, number 63.
A loss of 3.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Tough play here with 9:20 and counting left. Mount Vernon up by 5, 33-28. Duncanson looks to the far side and unable to pick up the high-hanging fruit was Miles Redding. Now it's 4th down. I believe they're in the yellow zone here. I think if I'm Coleman Joyner, I would go for this. Simply because you really don't have anything to lose. You really don't have anything to lose by going for it here, and that's exactly what Duncanson's going to do. He's going to get to the 22. They ran about the 27. So it's 4th down at about 5. Duncanson's going to roll to the near side. He wants a safety route, finds a man, and unable to hang on is Jacobson. No, wait a minute. Let's see. I don't think, are they going to award that a catch? I want to see this again. Let me take a look at it. Let's see though. He's going to want Jacobson. Now I know he bought, well, they are going to give him a catch. But I'm not sure this is one. Well, it looks like they're going to award it. 1st down at the 18. That's a pickup of 9. I thought he came up bobbling it. That's what it looked like to me. Well, 1st and 10 at the 18. They get new life, and immediately it's Garrett to the far side. He makes the turn, but can't get any positive yardage. As Austin Taylor is there, but we got another flag down with 8:30 remaining.
Ethan Garrett on the carry around the
And that's probably going to be a hold on that far side.
down by Austin Taylor.
And we have another downed Whitefield player. This is probably Jacobson again. No, I don't think that is Jacobson. Really can't tell. We've had Duncanson go down twice, Jacobson once, and Caleb LaValle twice. It looks like they're going to call off they waved off the flag. So as soon as they get the player taken care of. And cramping has been a huge issue today. All right, it's Garrett. Ethan Garrett is the man down. And with these hot, humid summer nights. And of course the COVID virus has altered the practice schedule and the conditioning schedule of these squads. So you gotta expect stuff like this. 33-28, Mount Vernon is up by 5 points. Whitefield Academy with the football. They're deep in Mount Vernon territory at the 17. I'm John Morgo, and you're riding with the SUV TV. We're going to have all 5 Mount Vernon home games for you on our streaming service. And if you want to be part of the streaming service, well, just go to the contact page on our website. Hit up Marcus, and he'll be sure to take down your information. 8:23 to go. Ball on the far hash. Whitefield in the white with the navy blue numbers. Mount Vernon in the navy blue with the white numbers. Duncanson in the gun. He's been there all day. Here comes the rush. And threw it low and down looking for Redding. Kind of overthrew it there. Didn't release the ball when he wanted to at the top. A lot of downward motion on it. And Redding had to grab it on his shoe tops. Now it's 3rd and down and long. Got to get to the 8. They're at about the 17. So 3rd and 9. 3 to the near side, 1 up top. Jacobson is in the middle. Let's see if that's where he's going. No, he's going to the sideline. Looking for Redding, just overthrew him. And that's 4th down. And it was William House who was able to keep Redding from getting to the football. Nice coverage there for William House. That brings up 4th down. And again, like I said a few moments ago, you don't get anything with a field goal attempt or for punting. They're down by 5. A field goal wouldn't hurt them, But I don't think they have a reliable kicker. This would be about like a 35-yard from the other hash. It's Redding again, and he is short by about 2 yards. Well, it's going to be a pickup of 7, but he needed 9. So Duncanson does complete the pass, his 10th on the day. But it's not enough for the first down, and Mount Vernon takes over with just under 8 minutes remaining. Now Keidel, if I were him, I'd find Douglas right off the bat. This is your dagger drive. This is the one where if you can get a strong start, maybe 1 play, 2 plays, you can put Whitefield in a situation where they need 2 scores to get the lead back. It's 33-28. Now Douglas is in the middle of the 3 on the near side, and they're going to go. Oh, they went to a screen to Jackson Meddy, and Meddy drops the ball. It almost looked like Meddy was going to do a flea flicker down the field. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like he was thinking. But he didn't have the football before he started his movement. So, second down, 7:54 to go. By Mount Vernon, I want to grind. If I can't get that quick strike, I want to grind the ball. Get a lot of 7-yard routes. And it doesn't look like they're going to go for that quick strike down the field. Well, Keidel with a safety slot. That's good. Flag down. Pass complete to Austin Taylor, the tight end. He's had a lot of tackles, but that's his first reception. And it's going to be good for 15 yards, but I'm betting this is coming back with a hold. Well, it looks like it's a procedure penalty. I'll push it back to the 5. Still be second down. Another penalty against Mount Vernon, and that was a first down right there. They needed that, as the sun is just about getting to the set of trees that line this beautiful facility here in Sandy Springs. Sure enough, they're going to put it at the 5. Again, this is the upper facility. The lower facility, that's the one I think of when I think of Mount Vernon Presbyterian. It's maybe less than a mile from here, but this is a brand new facility. It's got a baseball field, softball field, basketball gym. That's where we're calling the game from right on top of the roof. I should be used to calling games on roofs. But this isn't bad. It's a lot better than Reinhardt. It's going to be second down and 15 from the 5. The always dangerous Andrew Douglas. He's the receiver on the near side. And they got him with Howard Allen is on him. One receiver up top. And now they're going to move number 4, Jasper, into the middle. He's on the hashes. Keidel's in his own end zone. Keidel's got to move. Keidel gets out of a safety. Now he throws on the run. It's complete. And racing around, that's going to be Austin Taylor. He gets to the 35. That's a pickup of 30. They just avoided disaster. That was almost a safety. But a 30-yard gain for Austin Taylor. That's where they went to the last time before that penalty was, for the play was negated by the procedure penalty. But a big 30-yard pickup with 7:25 and counting left in the ball game. Sincere Harris is to the right of Keidel. And they're going to go to Sincere. Nice avoided tackle at the line. He was able to just get out of Christian Wiggins' grasp. And Harris will pick up maybe 6 to the 41. Harris with a touchdown on his card. 33-28. As we're under 7 minutes left. Call it 4. Douglas is going to line up just off the line on the near side. Your receiver at the bottom is Jordan Jasper. And that's where he's looking. Douglas. No, he's going to go to Jasper, but Jasper can't get around his man, Redding. Good positioning by Redding. So you can play positioning. You can seal the route that your receiver can take. You just can't obstruct it. And usually it works when you're in front of him, not when you're behind him. 3rd down and 4. Now, Whitefield, and they're only down by 5. That safety would have helped them, because then they could have tied it up with a field goal. But they just got out of the grasp. That's what Keidel did. Nice elusive ability by the senior. Now Keidel comes to the near side. He stops, tries to get around. That's going to be close, but I think it's going to be short by about 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 2. Stopped by Cole Long, number 53, and Ian Geffard, number 69. So Keidel with a 2-yard pickup, 4th down at the 38. And they're going to try to kick this one. Now it's Jackson Langley. He had an adventure the last time. Bobbled the snap, just got it away, went for 10 yards, and gave Whitefield Academy an extremely short porch to get their last points. So Langley's got to get a good one as we have 5:42 on the clock. High snap, Langley gets it, puts it down, punts it. This one much better. A roller, and it's caught at the 25 by Redding. Redding to the 30. Now he stops, tries to get the other way. And Redding pours on the Jets to try and get that corner. He's got it. 35, 40. There's no one down that sideline. 50, 45, and he's pushed out of bounds by number 2, Samuel Landers. And that's going to be just on the Mount Vernon side of the field at the 48. 5:20 left in regulation. Now it's Duncanson with good positioning. We got a flag down back at the 34, so I think you're going to take that positioning and toss it out the window. The old block in the back. The illegal block in the back as opposed to the perfectly legal block in the back. And that's probably why Redding was able to get that corner. Now they're going to put it 10 yards from the spot, so instead of being at the 48 of Mount Vernon, it's going to go all the way back to the 20. Actually, it's going to keep going. It looks like it's going to be at the 19 or the 18. So the Wolfpack of Whitefield thought they had a relatively short porch, but now they got a long one. 5:20 remaining. And Duncanson's going to have to air it out. There's still, 5:20, still plenty of time for them. But they're going to have to be a little more daring right now. I think both teams still have all their timeouts. But again, we're fighting a battle against the sun. We are in a race against time. And the ball will be on the far hash. So because of the penalty, Jackson Langley had a pretty good punt, and we'll take that. So 1st and 10 at the 19. Still waiting for us to get the go-ahead. The officials are talking it over. That's the reason why we got a little bit of a hang-up here.
There's not one! There's not one! There's not one!
I'm not sure what they're trying to figure out. I guess maybe they're trying to figure out where the foul happened. Maybe that's what they're trying to figure out. Oh, they're gonna wave it off. This is a big break for Whitefield Academy. They're waving off the block in the back. Wayne Dabbs has got to be furious about that, because they had Whitefield backed up almost 40 yards. Now let's see, where are they going to put this? So it looks like it will be at the 48. We've had a couple of that penalty was waved off. They had already assessed it. So it looks like it will be at the 40. So this is going to be really good field position for Whitefield Academy. They waved off the block in the back. And now the Wolfpack is in business. All right, so Wayne Dabbs gets an explanation from the officials. Clarence Glimpf, head of this crew, toe for loss in the umpire. Mike Samples, the linesman. Line judge Alfred Paddleford. Daryl Jones, the side judge. Drift Lewis is the field judge. Tim Smith run the clock, and Jack Kelly run the play clock. So now Duncanson. It's got some room to work with. He immediately goes to Garrett. Ethan Garrett leads behind his blockers, goes out of bounds after gaining 7 to the 33. 5:15 remaining. They'll set the ball and start the clock. Coming in is Jackson Hammond. He comes in, as does number 63, Eric Dotter. Ball still on that far hash. Now an I formation. No, not quite. I'm sorry, not quite. Almost a diamond. Again, Garrett, but they'll call the play dead. I think Mount Vernon called a timeout. Mount Vernon calls timeout with 5:12 remaining. They're down by 5, 33-28. But time is of the essence for both teams, because we have no lights and that sun is going down quickly. Sunset is in less than 10 minutes. So we'll see what they decide to do here. And we'll be with you on October 2nd. Athens Christian comes in. That's going to be a 4 o'clock start here on the SUV TV. Hope you can join us for that one. First of 5 games for the Mount Vernon Presbyterian Mustangs here from the Mustangs Athletic Center. Part of a deal that we've struck. We're going to stream most of Mount Vernon's home sporting events, so I hope you can watch it here on the SUV. Second down at about, well, they'll give it 4 at the 34, so a 6-yard pickup for Ethan Garrett. Mount Vernon still in the timeout. Now they break the huddle. Come on out. $5:12 to go. Most of the other games getting on here in Georgia are kicking off. 2nd and 4. Duncanson lobbing it. And it's complete, but he lost his helmet. No, he got a helmet. I'm sorry. It's down to 6. That was about the great play to Cooper Craig. And that is a gain of about 27. So Craig with the catch. And that was just a very, I'm not sure what was going on with Mount Vernon. No one was really rushing. But Cooper Craig caught it in single coverage. Now they'll keep it, and tripping over his own man is Caleb Avali. He'll get 2 to the 4. Looks like he tripped over one of the linesmen, but we got a flag down. And let's check that one. The side judge threw it. I think you either saw somebody move or somebody hold. Clock stops with 4:49 to go. Ball at the 4. And let's see if Clarence Glimpf gives the call. The officials are going to discuss, of course. Of course they are. And we're in a race against the sun right now. Oh, they're waving the flag off. That's the 3rd flag they've waved off. I think they 3rd flag they waved off this quarter. 33-28. Whitefield down by 5, but they're trying to get the lead back. Kind of gone back and forth between these two. A very good game to start things off here in the Georgia high school football season here on the SUV TV. Duncanson fakes the pitch, got everyone to move, and he's in. Faked the pitch to LaValle. The defense bit, and Duncanson walks in for the score. That's going to make it 33-34. A 4-yard touchdown. And now Duncanson is limping off. He's had cramping issues the entire game, and another timeout. I think Whitefield called it because they may want to go for 2 here. But right now it's a 1-point game. They want to make it a 3-point game, 36-33. But, I don't know. Well, because if you try it, then Mount Vernon can tie it with a field goal. Either way, I don't think they want to get it so Mount Vernon can't win it with a field goal. But there's still plenty of time left, and it's going to be up for Whitefield's defense to put up a big stand here with 4:27 remaining. 34-33. We got 4:27 to go. All right, so let's see if Whitefield is indeed going to go for 2. And I do believe they're going to go for it. Well, a big play here for Whitefield and Coleman Joyner. This is at the 3. I wonder if they're going to run the same play they did before. Now, Dunks is going to go to his right. He's going to pitch on a reverse, and that is going to be an empty look for Redding. As he walks into the end zone, no one was there. Nobody expected the reverse. So Whitefield gets the 2-point conversion. They're up 36-33. Now a field goal will tie it. But I don't see if they're going to try to win this one. 4:27 to go. They're going to need a big defensive play here as the sun is setting. Shadows are pretty much everywhere. And let's see if we can hopefully get this game in before we find ourselves obscured in darkness. I don't know how they would get the cars to roll in here. As we wait for Whitefield to break the huddle. All right, now it looks like we're ready to go. 4:27 left. This game is over 3 hours old. We had a first quarter that lasted almost an hour. Second and third quarters moved. I don't think halftime was as big as it was supposed to be. Usually halftime's about 22 minutes. I think this one's only 18. But now we're in a race against the clock here. There's the kick, end over end, heading to the ends to the sideline, and we're going to have the illegal use of geometry penalty on Whitefield. That'll give Mount Vernon the ball at the 35. First and 10, 4 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock. And the question is, can Whitefield's defense get 4 good plays? Because Mount Vernon is going to go for it on 4th down if they come up with a 4th down. You know that. 4 on the near side, 2 in rows. That's Harris to the left of Keidel. Now Harris moves to the right. Let's see if Keidel looks to the left. Got time. Rolls, looking for number 4, Jasper. It'll be second down. Cameron Jasper that time. Second from the 35, 4:20 left. 36-33, favor of Whitefield. And good defense by Reading. .420 remaining. Again, still got the 4 to the near side. Douglas is second in. He's second of the 4. Cameron Jasper, the juniors, closest to the line. Meddy is second, nearest the thing. Now Keidel. Keidel's going to have to take it himself now. He throws, he gets leveled as he hits it. Ball is floating. Incomplete.
Let's go! Let's go!
Going deep. I think he was looking for Douglas. Keidel got hit as he threw it. Not let the ball hang up there. And Garrett with great defense. Now there's 4:09 to go, and it's third down. 36-33. Again, you know they're going to go 4 downs on this. Simply because they have to. Ball's on that far hash. Now changing formation. They'll move Meddy to the far side. Still 3 on the near. Douglas is in the middle. Kyle's going to roll out to the near side. No one is open. Now Kyle lows it, goes into the end zone, and it's intercepted! That's another interception by Reading. Reading's at the 50, and he'll jump down to 47. A big interception by Reading. I believe that's the 4th pick? No, the 3rd pick of the day. Keidel, who had 4 interceptions all last season, had 3 today, and we have 3:56 to go. And now Whitefield is in control. And again, the sun is lowering. We are past sundown. And let's just see if Whitefield can just run this ball game into the ground. This is a tight formation. 2 running back. Well, 1 running back behind Duncanson. It's a low snap. Duncanson wants to pitch, but it was so low he's going to have to take it himself. Duncanson gets past the initial rush, makes a turn to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and 10. And Duncanson jumps into the end zone for a score. A 46-yard rush for Duncanson, and that will probably put the dagger into the back. Duncanson with 2 touchdowns in a row. That one from 46 out makes it 42-33 with 3:41 to go. Now it's a 2-possession ball game. This to make it 10 points. Shim puts it up, and he puts it through. So it's now 43-33. 3:41 to go. A 2-possession ball game for Mount Vernon. And now we really gotta get a move on with this one. Again, we have no lights here at the Mustang Athletic Complex, so that's sun. It has formally set, and we're gonna get to darkness pretty quickly. I figure we maybe have until let's see, it's just turned 8 o'clock. I figure we got about maybe 20 minutes or so before we can, before we have to pull out the cars. So we're again kind of a race against time right now. And if I'm Whitefield, I want to get this ball kicked pretty quickly. And you know Keidel is going to start chucking it. But Duncanson just got free, and I know they didn't want it to take that as quick as it did, because that was only a 1-play, 15-second drive. But Duncanson definitely doing well today. And here's the kick. It's going to go to It's going to go to Jasper at the 10, 20, 25, 30, trying to make the sideline. 35 now wants to cut back, but there is nowhere to cut. And it's a good tackle by Colin Schuster, the junior, number 7. 3:30 on the clock. That should be a lot more than that. That was definitely longer than a 3-second run back. So Mount Vernon's got it at their own 39. 3:30 to go. Now Keidel. He's got Corley in the backfield. They're ready to blitz. Keidel's going to roll to the far side. Here comes a man. Long throws. And it's Douglas complete. That's enough to move the chains. Ian Geffard was huffing and puffing, is trying to trace down Keidel. Well, that's a gain. You just see the pass here. Right at the sticks. It's about a 12-yard pickup to Douglas. Remember, it is a 2-possession game, so a touchdown doesn't help. 3:24 on the clock. What is going to help if you're Whitefield Academy is a sack. You want a ball. You want time to go off in between plays. Keidel now. He'll throw. Douglas. And did he get it? And Douglas caught it. That's a pass completion to the 15. That's a big pickup, 34 yards. 34-yard pickup to Douglas, and he is definitely over 200 yards receiving. 3:14 to go. Keidel. See if he's going to go to Douglas again. And it's through the hands and almost intercepted. It was intended to. Redding almost had another pick. Looks like Jordan Jasper on it. And Keidel's already been picked off 3 times today. He has 4 touchdowns. As we're at just north of 3 minutes to go. And I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to see here. Corley to the right of Keidel. Keidel looking, dancing. Now he's flushed. Now he's really flushed. There's a block. Keidel still makes a U-turn, comes the other way. Keidel's got to launch it. There it goes. Headed to the end zone, and
That's what I'm talking about.
is that trying to see what happened?
Let's go.
Interception.
Let's go.
I believe that was Redding again.
Is that Redding again?
Redding with the interception in the end zone. 2:44 to go. 2 picks for Redding, both in this quarter, both within a minute of each other. And it's 43-33, favor of Whitefield. I think that's 4 interceptions on Blake Keidel. Again, he had 4 all of last year. He gets 4 today. So 2:44 remaining, and if I'm Mount Vernon, I'm just going to rush this football. Just keep it between the tackles. There's number 1. And that is, let's see, I think that's Lavely. That is. And he brought it out to the 20. Lavely gets 3. 43-23. We are 2:18 away from Whitefield Academy getting their first victory in this rivalry against Mount Vernon. And it looks like we're going to get this game in before we had to use the car lights. And we'll be back with you here from Mount Vernon on October 2nd. Athens Christian comes in. That's going to be a big one. Now a counterplay to Lavely. We'll get maybe to the 25. And that's going to take us close to 100 seconds left. 4 down penalty, 4 down territory here. 3rd down, maybe 5 or 4. I think 4 is going to be the number. So another pickup of 3. And they are going to milk the clock for all it's worth. as we're now at a $1.25. Now, Duncanson rolls, throws at the last second, incomplete. Clock stops with 1:15 remaining. Remember, Duncanson, they just need one first down, and I believe Shim is going to come in to kick. Well, guys, we're not over yet. As it looks like they didn't get the first down they needed to victory formation this. So Mount Vernon's going to get one last crack at it with only 75 seconds to go. So we're not quite done yet. Again, we've been in a war with the sun. I thought maybe we were going to win it, but it depends what Mount Vernon does here with 75 seconds to go. Shim with the kick. They're not even going to go for it. They're going to let this hit out of bounds at around the 49 of Mount Vernon. We got 69 seconds remaining. And let's see if Keitel's going to do the aerial attack. Or just try to keep it on the ground and get us out of here before we have to turn on the lights. Oh, there's the... Never mind. Because right now it's getting really close to being unviewable. I mean, if they had just gotten a first down, Whitefield could have victory formationed us. But now it is going to be Keitel in an empty backfield. Let's see if they do the rush. Keitel dances in the pocket. Near side. Complete. And that's Jasper. Jasper crosses the field and leveled at about the 26. Jordan Jasper with the catch. I think that's his first catch of the day. And Jasper will pick up maybe to the 30. That's going to be a gain of 25. Didn't get out of bounds, so we're under a minute. Keitel. Keitel. He goes in the middle. That's caught. And that's Jasper, and I think he's in. It is. And that's going to be a 30-yard completion for a touchdown. And that's going to make it 43-39. With 44 seconds to go. So Keitel wastes no time getting down the field. Let's see if Langley can get the extra point. Yeah, it looks like he got it in. Hard to tell. So that makes it 43-40. And Whitefield still ahead, 43-40. So now this is going to be really interesting because we'll see if Whitefield can. They're probably going to onside kick this. So Whitefield's going to have to get the ball, get it down, and we'll see if they can victory formation it, or whether or not Mount Vernon is just going to call some timeouts to get the ball back. Again, you got to keep it in the tackles. Sun's going down. We only have minutes, possibly, maybe not even that, of sunlight left so we can actually see what's happening. As that ball is going to be very, very hard to pick up once we get going here. All right. Again, we started this game with an onside kick. How it went from there. We've had a lot of aerial acrobatics. Andrew Douglas with 3 touchdowns already. But Blake Keitel undone by 4 interceptions. And sure enough, get the hands crew in there. And Whitefield will get the ball at their 45. 4 seconds elapsed. So we got 40 seconds remaining. They're going to have to run at least one play. And we'll see if they decide to run any more than that. If I'm Duncanson, I'm just going to take the knee. And we'll see if Wayne Dabbs decides to use his last timeouts to try and extend things, possibly get the ball back. Well, it's a tight formation, so everyone's thinking victory formation. As we're still waiting for them to start the clock, it looks like they're going to victory. And there they go. Oh, wait, or did they call timeout? They called timeout. Somebody called timeout. I think it was Mount Vernon with 30. Mount Vernon calls timeout with 39 seconds remaining. You heard the public address announcer say to make it even darker. So I don't think Mount Vernon is giving anything away. I think they're gonna force Whitefield to do something with the football. They still might have a timeout or two left. So it looks like Whitefield is going to have to do something with the football. We have 39 seconds to go. Not sure how many timeouts they have left. Well, Aiden Duncanson's going to be our star of the game. He had 2 touchdown receptions, and he's thrown for 2 touchdowns. Hands off to the near side, to the 45, and they'll be let out of bounds. That is little. And he's going to take maybe 3. Clock is at 32 seconds. So 7 seconds elapse. Gets it into Mount Vernon territory. Really, they just need 1 first down, and I don't think Little. They'll give them maybe 4 on that. We'll be with you October 2nd, hopefully when we can see better, get more lights on. Now Little has learned his lesson. He's not going to go out of bounds, and he'll get 2 yards. Clock stopped, 25 seconds. Please say Mount Vernon didn't call timeout. I think they did. 24 seconds remaining, and Mount Vernon calls timeout. Well, Mount Vernon is close to being out of timeouts. I mean, they are not conceding anything. Too bad it's getting very hard to see. I mean, we are getting close to we need the cars to come out and illuminate this field. I mean, we are getting close. I don't see how we cannot. 23 seconds left. Mount Vernon has got to be out of timeouts. They're going to force Whitefield to either do something with the football. And they're probably going to, if this one doesn't get a first down, they'll probably call their final timeout, try to get the ball back, and maybe get 1 play in the darkness. Well, the clock had a second tick off. It went to 23. As Whitefield comes back out on the field. Ugh. So Whitefield comes back out on the field. And it's almost impossible for me to make anything out. Here's Duncanson. He's setting up in the gun. Duncanson's going to roll the other way. He's going to make a move, come down the sidelines, and he's going to stop at the first down marker. He's going to make sure he gets the first down marker. Then he's going to stop. And so he's going to make sure that the clock stops with 11 seconds left. Now it goes to 10. And wait a minute, is this a 4th down? All right, it's 4th down and maybe 2 with 10 seconds to go. And let's see if Mount Vernon calls their final timeout. And right now, he's going to force them to play this 10 seconds, and this may just be there we go, timeout. It's 4th down and about 2. As Mount Vernon not giving anything away. And there it is. The clock went to 0. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking on their part. Did the official know that the clock went to 0? Well, I'm waiting. let's see. The clock went to 0, so technically this game's over. But neither team has gone to the sidelines. I think the officials might have called it, even though we have 10 seconds left. It's 43-40. I think they might have called. No, they reset the clock. Now they put 18 on it. So I thought we were done, but we're not. Again, 43-40 is the score. And there's one little baby spotlight on the left side. That's really not going to help matters. But it is indeed 4th down. So 8, they put 8. Well, now it's at 180, and that's definitely wrong. There should be about 8. They put 18 seconds on the clock. It's 4th down, maybe 2. All right. So we're still going on here. This is kind of a crazy finish to this one. And let's see what they're going to do here. Ball low, and I think they were punting, and there it goes. Now the clock stops at 13 seconds. So it's going to be, so Mount Vernon is going to have one chance with this thing, but it's 12. Now the clock stopped with 12 seconds. So basically, it's. So this is going to be a very weird ending, as Keidel gets the ball back with 12 seconds remaining. It's maybe the 45 of Whitefield. They still got a shot here, folks. And, of course, they're going to call timeout to discuss this. All right. Well, we have 12 seconds remaining. We'll be right back here on the SUV TV. Well, this is a weird ending to this one. Whitefield in the gloaming. Keidel steps up, he throws, and I think he just Hail Married that. It's to the end zone. And incomplete. Now there's 4 seconds left on the clock. So this will be the last play of the ball game. I mean, Keidel just tossed it up there. It's really going to be a Hail Mary play. He's going to just launch it toward the end zone. That's where he's throwing this, and he's telling his receivers, just basically find it. Is really the play call here. Basically, find it. So this will be the last play of the game, more than likely. There's 4 seconds left. Now Keidel's got the arm. It's just a matter of whether or not a receiver can get to the football and bring it in. So this will probably be the last play of the ball game. Keidel steps up. No, he's sacked! And that's going to do it. In the gloaming, it's Whitefield Academy winning this one 43-40 over Mount Vernon Presbyterian. I'm John Morgo. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with you here from Mount Vernon Presbyterian High School on October 2nd as the Mustangs take on Athens Christian. Your final score, Whitefield 43, Mount Vernon 40. And you have been watching Mount Vernon Presbyterian football here on the SUV TV.